Hi, you're in class with Dr. T.
Hi guys, today I want to talk about Juan Jose Nieto Gil. He was a Colombian politician, writer, and army general who served as the president of Colombia for a short time in 1861. He was the first and only president of African descent in Colombia. He was born on June 24, 1805 in Loma del Muerto, Colombia. He joined the Colombian army and rose in rank to the position of general. Juan Jose Nieto Gil, the first president of African descent in Colombia, faced significant racism and discrimination during his lifetime. Despite his achievements and contributions to the country, he was subjected to racist attacks, insults, and marginalization. For one, Nieto Gil's presidency was largely erased from Colombia's history due to his race. His achievements and legacy were ignored or downplayed, and he was excluded from historical accounts and textbooks. Nieto Gil was subjected to racist slurs and insults from his political opponents and even some of his allies. He was often referred to as El Negro Nieto, emphasizing his race in a derogatory manner. Nieto Gil faced discrimination and marginalization within the political establishment and society at large. He was excluded from important political decisions and meetings, and his opinions and ideas were often ignored or dismissed. Despite his achievements, Nieto Gil did not receive the recognition he deserved during his lifetime. He was not celebrated as a national hero as he should have been, as someone who fought for Afro-Colombian rights, and his legacy has been largely forgotten until very recently. Nieto Gil faced significant political opposition from those who did not want to see a black man in power. He was challenged by political rivals who questioned his legitimacy and ability to lead the country. Nieto Gil faced social exclusion and discrimination in his personal life, including being denied access to certain social clubs and events due to his race. Despite facing these challenges, Nieto Gil remained committed to his country and his people, and he continued to fight for Afro-Colombian rights and recognition until his death in 1866. His legacy has finally been recognized in recent years, and he has been finally celebrated in the way he should be. But his story in many ways starts in the military. The military is one of the ways in which people of Afro descent or people from humble roots could gain political power and social status in the society. Indeed, his father had been a veteran of the Spanish-American Wars of Independence. But there were many reasons why he had joined the military. During his lifetime, Colombia had experienced enormous political turmoil that included several civil wars. And Nieto Gil saw the military as a way to serve his country and promote stability. The military also offered opportunities for social advancement and upward mobility. Finally, it was an opportunity, it was a way in which he could advance his political ideology, which included ending slavery. Nieto Gil was an abolitionist. And so the military is one of the ways in which he was able to push those ideas with some success, as we will see. As a native of Cartagena, Nieto Gil also felt a strong sense of loyalty to his region and wanted to protect its interests and autonomy. thus another reason why the military was important to him. Nieto Gil was married twice and had a son who died during childhood. He first married in 1827, and his son would die in 1829, and his wife in 1830. He would then remarry to a woman who had status or belonged to a family of status, and would help him cement his social status. Indeed, in 1839, he would be elected as in the province in the chamber of Cartagena, basically a kind of congressman. But as I said, there was enormous instability during this period, and he would find himself amidst a civil war that lasted from 1837 to 1841, known as the War of the Supremes. He also found himself on the losing side and was exiled for 5 years to Kingston, Jamaica. It was during this period he would become an author and write The Squid and The Daughter of the Moors. When he came back, Nieto Gil would become governor of the province of Cartagena. Again, he had become socially upwardly mobile, in part through through his second marriage, and also his connections in the military, allowing him to reach the governorship of Cartagena. And here is where he was able to engage in some of his goals. One, the abolition of slavery, to improve his region of Cartagena by having infrastructure projects, which included construction of roads, bridges, and public buildings. He was able to engage in economic growth by encouraging trade and commerce, also developing industries as agriculture and manufacturing. Also, he built many schools and promoted education. So he was a good liberal. He implemented measures to improve public health care by establishing hospitals and providing health care as well to the citizens of Cartagena. So overall, he was a very good governor of the province and gained respect and stature. But in 1860, there would be another civil war, at which point he would take advantage and find a way to consolidate northern Colombia. And this civil war would last from May 8, 1860 and lasted to November 1862. The war was fought between the newly formed conservative Granadina Confederation and a more liberal rebel force from the newly seceded region of Cauca, composed of dissatisfied politicians who wanted reforms. Juan Nieto was able to take advantage of this turmoil and find himself to be president from January 25th, 1861 into July 1861. But he was forced from power by General Mosquera and would abandon politics altogether and died in 1866 at the age of 61. After his death, Nieto Gil was mostly forgotten in Colombian history. In fact, his official presidential portrait was taken to Paris and altered to make his skin appear white. So it wasn't until the 1970s that the Colombian historian and sociologist Orlando Fowles Borda rediscovered Nieto Gil's African ancestry. He discovered the original portrait of Nieto Gil in the palace of Cartagena and launched a campaign to have it presented to the world. In summary, Juan Jose Nieto Gil was a significant figure in Colombian history who played a crucial role in the country's politics and military. Despite facing racism and being forgotten for many years, his legacy has been rediscovered and he is now recognized as an important part of Colombia's history. Thank you. You've been in class with Dr. T.